And we're back where we left off. Rainn just woke up from a horrible nightmare. These are her past memories of where she came from. Rainn, unfortunately, was an orphan, and she cannot remember her parents, especially her mother's face. There's another appointment she's going to make. This hopefully will crack the case of what happened to Rainn. Where did she come from? And what happened to her mother? So she goes to her psychotherapist that she has been seeing for a few months now. Well, since she's had time off from her job, he says, okay, I'm going to hypnotize you again. We're going to go in a deep, deep hypnotic state, bringing you closer to the truth. She's like, okay, I'm ready this time. I'm really ready. He's like, okay, listen to my voice. And now she is in her hypnotic state. And he says, let's see what has happened. Go back to where you remember. You remember leaving the orphanage because you were a teenager and it was time to move on. Rainn, go a little further back to where you were. How did you end up at the orphanage? Rainn says, I remember walking on a rainy day from where I thought was my home. And I'm with my mother right before that. He goes, go on, what happened? There was an argument, but it wasn't like it was like normal. She was always very mean to me. She goes, I don't know why she didn't like me or didn't love me. And I think I just ran away. I had enough. She said she was sorry, but then she smacked me, and then I was knocked out cold. All right, Rainn, we're gonna wake you up. You've made more progress. Rainn is meeting up Sebastian for a date. She's going to tell him her big secret. So Rainn tells Sebastian all about her past memories. That her mother was physically and mentally abusive to her. That she lived out by the beach, by the water. And she had good times with her mother, but her mother seemed to have some issues. And then she ran away or she left. She doesn't remember, but she can't remember where she came from. They continue talking over dinner. And Sebastian says, I would love to help you find where you came from and who your mother was. Of course, they're continuing their date. These two are getting awfully close. Sebastian wants to be a big part of her life. And Rainn, of course, has feelings for him. Oh my goodness, they're holding hands. Holding hands? Holding hands? Oh my goodness. Something is going on between them. Could it be they have fallen for each other? Oh yes, he already has his arm around her. That love stare. And we're awfully cozy too. So they come up with a plan. Rainn's gonna go home and get all the paperwork that she has researched about her mother and what she's found out from her psychotherapist, where she could possibly have come from, and send it over to Sebastian so he can have his team look into it. But first, we're going to go see Serena perform at work. Well, look who has an eye out for her, or an eye on her. Kai, Sebastian's brother. Looks like he's interested in Serena, which is Rainn's best friend. So the plan is, after Sebastian had sent his team all the paperwork and information that Rainn had found, they located a little village that's quite some distance away. So they're going to drive over 6 hours to this little village and see what they can find. If they can talk to the locals and see if anyone remembers Rainn or her mother or anything about the past. And Sebastian's like, please don't screw this up. He's like, I really like Rainn. I don't want you messing things up with your best friend. He's like, no, of course not. Of course not. I am a gentleman. So let's see what happens next time.